July 27, 2026, 6 p.m. If you'd please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Well, again, welcome. Glad you all made it out in this heat. All right. You want to take roll call?
Yeah. Councilmember Wiley. Present. Councilmember Tradewell.
Here.
Mayor Rolfe.
Here.
Councilmember West.
Present.
Councilmember Bray Johnson.
Here.
All right. Anybody have any announcements?
Night to
Night
unite.
to unite.
Go ahead, I won't be here for that.
Next Tuesday, the 4th. Lauren, do you know how many people have registered in our city so far?
You know what?
9?
Okay. I will
Think so?
forward that list out to the council.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Anything else?
And then another announcement I have, in lieu of us not approving to take over Oak Grove Cemetery, West Oak Grove Cemetery, I did put something out on Facebook and held a Zoom letting people know what it would take to take over the cemetery, the management part. A lot of people wanted to help with cleanup and things. But anyways, we swore in a new president and vice president yesterday. And so we're still looking for a secretary and a sexton, but it's
Good.
taken care of.
Awesome.
So
Good.
just wanted to pass that on.
That's awesome news.
I actually had that on my announcements here in case you didn't say anything. Nice work on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else? No? I just have two. One, that black book in the back has everything that we have before us. You can also go onto the city website under agendas, and you'll be able to find that information as well. The second thing is, some of you were probably here from 5:30 to 6. We had our first budget work session for the 2027 budget. Nothing was decided, but we're starting to move in that direction already. So hard to believe it's this late in the year. So that's what that was all about. All right, setting of the regular agenda. Do you have anything to add or change?
No.
Okay.
Take
I'll
a
make
motion
a-
to set the agenda
Well, I'm sorry.
as written.
It doesn't really change the agenda. I would just say we don't have our engineer tonight, so I know those were listed as separate items, but just wanted to let you know that the engineer isn't here tonight. So
Okay. So motion still stands.
I'll second.
All right, motion by Councilmember West, second by Councilmember Tradewell. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 5-0. We are to the public forum. If there's anybody in attendance here that would like to talk to us about an item that is not on the agenda, I'd ask you to come up now to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and try to limit your remarks to 3 minutes. Yep, come on up. And again, if you could state your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, my name is Taylor Morse. I live at 201st Avenue, 2745 201st Avenue. And I'd like to introduce myself to the council. I am currently running for the open seat. And I would like to just give my heartfelt greetings and give everyone an introduction to me, and I hope that I can help keep this city very nice and the Oak Grove that we love.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for introducing yourself.
Anyone else? Pat, come on up. I know you've been here a couple times, but you can state your name and address for the record. That'd be great.
Hi, I'm Pat Graziger, 21260 South Lake George Drive Northwest. I'm here tonight to discuss a little bit about the road extension right away on the north side of our property at Lake George, our next door neighbors. I guess I was going to start with the reason that we came to the city hall in the first place was to solve the problem with the pontoons accessing their boats anchored at the end of this road that was owned by the city. Over the course of this time, a lot of us have talked about different ways to solve this, but it seems like there's a group that wants to keep it as an amenity, and then there seems to be, with no restrictions, and there seems to be, well, I think the mayor and others that are saying it's really important to retain this property for potential future emergency equipment or whatever is needed by the city as the future goes on. So it seems as though there's a various opinions on the solution, but it seems like it'd be nice if we could align on that, because I think that's part of the long-term solution that we need to come up with. We want to respect and support the decision the council made regarding the boundaries of the property. But the problem that we really have not had problem with people coming on our property. Again, the problem is the non-lakeshore owners anchoring their pontoons, and I think that's the piece I just want to keep reminding the council of. But if the council believes that marking the property line is important, let's do it the right way and be proud of what we come up with. Carolyn and I met with Lauren to discuss the survey and our shed building that's near that line. Our survey conducted, we talked about the approval that we received from the city, the 2-foot variance that we applied for and were approved. And it appears as though the two surveys have a discrepancy between the two, and Lauren's working to resolve that. And if the building's too close, we've talked about solutions, and I feel like we're at a spot where we can move on with that. So even though that's important, I think we're in a spot where we can make that work. Mayor Rolfe stopped by yesterday and walked the access, and we're happy that the solution you're talking about is not to erect some big tall fence or a chain link or something that's imposing. That's wonderful, thank you. We support removing the gate and replacing it with wooden bollards like the Dunlop Park. I think that could work. The idea to delineate the line on the south side with intermittent markings makes sense. While using the bollards at the end makes sense, I just believe matching the split rail on the other side of the access might make more sense for our side. And, I encourage the council members to come out, like the mayor did, walk it and take a look. There's big trees, power boxes, plantings on the edge of our building that are all going to get kind of in the way of this, and I think there's a good way to kind of lay this out so it looks nice, and I would think we would want that. And if we could agree on the details that we pass along to Lauren, I think it would do a lot for him to make a plan and execute it. And if going to a different solution on the fence, there's some cost issues, we're willing to share those costs. I mean, let's talk about it. I can't believe that there would be more costs with a piece of split rail than a pounded post, but if there is, I mean, we're willing to talk about it. So we have not been able to read the actual decisions that you made in the minutes, although I haven't been able to figure out how to do that. I guess I got to get better at that. But so somewhere you made this decision of what to do with the property line and how to mark it and why you wanted that decision. If there's a way for me to see that and read it, that might be helpful for Carolyn and I to do.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know when you did it.
Help come up with a date, but we had voted, I think it was 5-0, or at least the consensus was to put basically the same thing at Dunlop along the sides. I think we had mentioned in the vote that, leave it kind of up to Public Works. Should it be every 6 feet or 12 feet or something that looks nice? But I would say if you're proposing something different than that, then it's probably something that we're going to need to talk about before we go and put all these things in. I think everybody here is trying to do the right thing and the same thing. It was my idea for the post just because I liked what they looked like at Dunlop. And
Sure.
I thought, well, that kind of gives a barrier without a chain link fence or a big 6-foot wooden fence. But I'm open to looking at it. I just want to get the job done ASAP and not have it held up too long. So.
Yeah, and that's fine. I just, when you were out the other night, the other side has split rail. It would probably it would match it and look nice.
Right.
You could put, certain sections and then not put sections where there's like a power box or a big pine tree.
Right.
And, you could kind of space them out so that it looks like it's the line, but it's not, it's kind of and I think it would look really nice and it would kind of tie into the end where the bollards were. So I propose that, and if you guys could talk about it or give us, or come out and see us and let's talk about it, whatever. I don't know what the right way to do it is. But I appreciate you coming out and walking. It was a hot night last night, and you just got back in town. I appreciate that.
No problem.
So, anything for me?
I don't think right at this moment.
Okay,
But thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, anyone else? One last time, anyone else? All right. We'll move on here. Approval of work session and our regular scheduled meeting dated July 13th, 2026. Unless there's a question or concern, I'd look for a motion to approve both.
Motion to approve both.
Motion by Councilmember Tradewell, second by Councilmember Wiley. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Acknowledgement of Park Commission minutes and Planning Commission minutes. Park Commission was July 15th, the Planning Commission was July 16th. Most of us were actually in attendance for the Park Commission. I appreciate those of you who were able to make it. I know it was kind of last minute, not everybody can, but I think we made some headway at the Veterans Memorial site, so. The only thing that I had read from the Park Commission is the Planning Commission, and it could be because there's a new chair, but it seemed like they want us to give a little more guidance when it's like, hey, we're talking about minimum square footage and things like that, so I guess, Lauren, if you can help direct us in the future to give more information, maybe that'll be helpful, so.
We made you a form.
Yeah, Councilmember
Well,
Tradewell.
that's at the end of the meeting.
Oh,
Stay in
we don't
order
know
here,
about
right?
that yet. Okay, all right.
No, we don't know about that yet.
Okay.
And I didn't realize you had made it, but, so we've acknowledged those.
A while ago.
All right, the consent agenda. Our city administrator is going to put all of these items on the screen. We're going to vote in all of these in one motion, unless someone from the audience, staff, or the council pulls an item. I believe John is going to
I'm
want
pulling
item A pulled. I would like to discuss item, let's see, make sure I got it straight here. Items D and E. Are there any other items? No? All right, hearing none, I would look for someone to make a motion to approve items B, C, F, G, H, and I.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilmember West, second by Councilmember Bray Johnson. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. So if you're here for items B, C, F, G, H, or I, those items have been approved. John, if you want to start off with claims and account, why you pulled that item?
Pulled claims and accounts because my company, Integrated Protection Systems, has a draw or a progress billing for the new building. Most of you know that my company has been doing work with the city prior to me being part of city government, and we are doing the low voltage systems for the new building. So there's a progress billing there, and I am going to abstain from that vote.
Okay.
I'll make a cool.
And just real quick, I'm sorry, did you say the amount?
67,000.
Okay. All right,
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
motion by Councilmember Wiley, second by Councilmember Tradewell. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0 to 1. All right. I pulled items D and E. Technically, they're kind of the same thing. You either approve one or not approve either. I've looked this over a lot. I don't know if I have any questions for you, Guy, but if it gets that, I might have you come up. I've looked into this a lot, and I'm not here to create a big problem. I personally can't see making this work under the way our city codes are written without the variance. So for me, I'm not going to be voting in favor of this, but I don't know if anybody else has any comments or not.
I'll make a comment.
Go ahead.
All right. So I originally considered abstaining from this vote, no matter how it went or if it was consent or not. I was going to pull it to pull from that and whatnot. So the applicants are my sister-in-law and her husband. But after giving the matter more thought, I've decided I'm going to participate, and I am in favor of it, and I'm going to explain my reasonings for that. First of all, to me, it's a matter of principle. This is something I've been pounding on for 7-8 years, that we have a discrepancy between what developers can do and what our residents of Oak Grove can do. And I believe that a resident should have every bit of right that a developer has. But what we do is we say, oh, a developer's going to go in and do 40 acres of land. So we'll allow them to create 13 2-acre lots, and one at 4 acres and one at 2 acres, or 3 acres. And without to the center of the road, we get our 2.5 acres. So then we have, maybe in the last, I don't know, I've been up here for 10 years. In the last 10 years, we've probably had 10 people come up, and they have a 4 to 5 acre piece of land, and they can't meet that 2.5 acre minimum. And it's like, well, hold it. We just put in a development, my development, all the lots are at 2 acres. That's okay, but now guy wants to split his lot 4.5 acres, and we're saying no. Why? Why are we saying no to that? So I just wanted to explain that it's a matter of principle to me. So regardless that it's my sister-in-law or not, I'd be voting for this. The other thing I wanted to say is MSA. We pay a lot of money to have folks go through, tell us what all our different ordinances and everything are. Their facts of finding, I do disagree with 2 of them a little bit. The lot size, I can't. It is what it is. But I believe because of the curve and the cul-de-sac, they have more than enough road frontage, at least my interpretation of our ordinance. And there's a second one about being offset. And if I say this wrong, you can correct me. But on a curve that the house has to sit far enough back that if you draw a line across the front end of it, you get 300 feet from property line to property line. Well, I'm in a brand new development. The house right next to me doesn't meet that. They're 140 feet off from property line to property line. You can go to any of ours in this city and you'll find that same thing. I think it's one of our ordinances we need to go back and look at because we're not enforcing it. But now all of a sudden, because somebody gets put under the microscope because it's a variance, we're scrutinizing that. And it's like, well, hold it. Have been allowing it, whether on purpose or not, it's been happening. So that's another reason why. And then the final thing is most of the property owners around Lisa and Guy are comfortable with the proposed plat. The request to me fits the character of the Cedar area, where smaller lots already exist, including a 0.69 acre property to the south, a 1.79 and 1.98 and a 2.34 all to the north of this property. It fits in just fine. They're going to have a 2.5 acre and they're going to have a 2 acre lot. So while the request might not perfectly fit the larger portion of Oak Grove, I believe it's inconsistent and with character of Cedar, Lake George, and the Ponds area, which in fact we're going to be relooking over some of those ordinances to more fit those areas because we're trying to kind of, in my opinion, trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. So my motion would be to approve 2026-122 and 2026-123 for the minor subdivision for the fairs, based on that information.
So you just made a motion?
I did.
I will second.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember, I'm just gonna do the 2 together, they're basically the same thing,
Yeah.
right? Or do you wanna do them separate?
I think you could do them together.
Because I know sometimes it all comes under one, but this one looked like it was different than some, so let's do it under one.
I think for the motion, it's fine. They're separate resolutions, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is for items D and E?
Yes, sir. Sorry, I could have said that. I said the actual.
No, I just want to make sure. So, motion made by Councilmember Tradewell, and was there a second?
I seconded it.
Second by Councilmember.
And I'd just like to add to it, I walked the property out there with the applicants, about a month ago, and that's why I'm going with it. I think it fits perfectly.
Okay.
So.
So we have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none? Oh,
I agree with what Paul said. So we've had that discussion before on lot sizes, and I do agree with that. So that's.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Motion passes 4-1. Good luck. I'm sorry, what?
No, I said thank you.
Yeah, good luck. All right, so we are through the consent agenda. Old business, Lauren.
The first item is, this is the ordinance summary, or the publication of an ordinance summary for 2026-09, which was the fee schedule amendments that were approved at the last meeting. If you remember right, there were like 4 things that we did approve, and then we did not approve any of the building stuff. So this is just to publish that by summary for the items that were approved.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilmember West. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Councilmember Tradewell. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. All right, item B.
The next item, this was also tabled from the last meeting. This was the updates to the cannabis hemp registration ordinance based on state law changes that were approved in the recent legislative session. These laws will go into effect on August 1st, so we will have to follow them. I recommend approving the ordinance as presented. If the council wants to direct staff and the city attorney to continue to look at ways where we can maybe find ways, if it's possible, to further limit these types of uses within the city, we'd be happy to do that.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Lauren, we tabled it for a reason. Could you remind me what the reason was? It to look at ways to,
Yeah.
remind me of that.
Yep, it was, could bring it to the, you could either take action on it, you could have the planning commission look at the zoning components of it again. You could review the buffers, that were, put into the ordinance by the council a year or so ago before this went into effect. And those are all things we can still do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the city attorney had said we could table it till tonight, but it has to be done by the 1st. So I don't know if we have any new information at this point anyways, but I guess it's, the law's gonna be what the law is, whether we like it or not at this point.
Well, I like to say, when we originally were coming up with different parameters, I thought we were pretty thorough then, and we were pretty stiff on most of them dimensions. I don't see why we gotta keep pushing it down to be reviewed, to be honest. I mean, it's gonna happen whether you like it or not.
Then we might as well make the motion.
That's what I think.
Are you
And
making a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
A second.
I agree.
This is one of those, nobody may like it, but.
Right, I mean, yeah, I mean, how long did we stall it out for?
All right,
we
motion by
gonna do?
Councilmember Wiley, second by Councilmember Bray Johnson. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item C.
This is just the, authorizing the summary publication of this ordinance 2026-10 by title and summary.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember West, second by Councilmember Wiley. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Consultant engineer, are we still,
Skipping?
He's not.
Yeah, I mean, we can still take action on it. There is a pay application in here for the 2026 street improvement project. This is pay application number 2 in the amount of $303,949.44 for pay application number 2.
I'll make the motion to approve the pay application number 2.
I'll second it.
motion by Councilmember West, second by Councilmember Tradewell. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. So we don't have any updates, unless you have any updates.
There are a couple projects, a few updates. Yeah, Matt can actually,
Go here,
a
Matt.
couple of the road projects that are underway.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. Matt Anderson, Public Works Director. Cedar Drive is kind of the big project going on right now. They actually started reclaiming the road today, getting it all ground up. Culverts have already been replaced. The additional width has already been dug out and replaced, and now they're grinding the rest of the road. So once, a week from today, they're gonna start paving it. So the rest of the week is basically moving the reclaim, the gravel back and forth, adding here, adding there. And I believe there's a little bit of curb in front of the cemetery we're doing for drainage. That should be later this week as well. And then the wide shoulder, that'll be paved too for the school as well as by the cemetery. So that'll be, they're getting that tuned up right now. And like I said, they had 2 reclaimers out there. They got the north half of the road done today. So finish it up tomorrow and start grading.
That went fast.
Awesome.
There wasn't a lot on that one. We were kind of kept it to a minimum just to, didn't make an 8-lane superhighway out of it. Try to keep it more with what it was, but increase the width just a little bit.
I think it'll help at all with the drainage. You know how they get so wet over there.
There's no water going through that culvert leaving the lake. There's nothing coming through it. when we replaced the culvert under the Cedar Drive, that's a 3-foot pipe. It's dry. So, I haven't heard any updates this year.
It's been a dry one, so.
It's been dry lately. So,
Lake's down quite a bit.
Oh, really?
it is down. So, hopefully that's helping.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's kind of the update for the road projects. Everything else has been, the overlays are done. They've been done. We still have a little shouldering left to complete on those, but hard to get grass to grow right now. Hate to put black dirt and grow weeds and then have to try to get grass later. So,
Alright.
that'll be when it cools down a bit.
Perfect, thanks.
You're welcome.
Don't leave yet,
Matt.
Matt, don't leave yet.
Sorry.
Sorry. We had a mayor that would give us a chance to speak once in a while.
Is this about engineer
This is when you
updates?
go to everybody. I want to ask you about a road.
Okay.
Maybe. Do you know Matt Dirks is where he lives?
Yeah.
Brian, do you know what road that is?
The Brandon?
Not Brandon, his brother.
No, I do not.
No. Okay, I got to get more information on it. I just thought Paul might know where this address was because
Okay.
his neighbor's brother. It was a complaint made to me this weekend about a road that they think is in poor condition. It's only like 8-9 years old, somewhere over off of 7th. But I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing's coming out to mind right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if we had a location.
Yep. Yep. And I don't know exactly where it is, so I just thought Paul with a little luck might know. But
I don't know.
It's Paul's fault.
it's Paul's fault.
It's my
I'll
fault.
follow Paul and make him go and talk to Brian.
All right,
Okay,
thanks.
thank
Any
you.
other road questions? No? I didn't know if you were gonna start talking about plow trucks or something.
Yeah, right, yeah.
All right, sorry, Mike, sorry. All right, Chief Engler, you're up.
Good evening. I only have a few things. All right. To start out, the department has successfully hired 2 new folks, and they've started academy already, which is nice. Of course, you know now that the Night to Unite is the 4th of August, and the cast fishing event will be the 7th. That's all I really have other than the monthly report for June. In June, we had 3 structure fires, brings us up to 22 for the year. That's 1 a week, basically. We didn't have any grass fires or vehicle fires, 3 illegal burns, 6 smoke investigations, medical incidents, we had 30. 5 were hearts, 1 was a stroke, and 4 were difficulty breathing. Like I say, 0 motor vehicle accidents, 1 rescue, 3 gas leaks, and that's about it for a total of 55 for the month of June and 225 in a year for the year.
Were the smoke investigations smoke from the Canadian fires?
Yeah, I think so.
My house is burning.
We had a lot, yeah. So, any questions,
Mike, questions? No?
comments?
No questions.
Good work, Chief.
I had to give you crap because usually you go to every one of us, and then the one time I want to say something, you don't.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Chief. All right. City Administrator updates and discussion items. Laura?
Were a couple items that I included in the packet, just for informational purposes. One was the Anoka County Parks had forwarded an ordinance amendment related to the Cedar Creek Conservation Area. There's a public hearing coming up on, looks like August 11th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. in the county boardroom. There's a notice of intent to adopt amendments to Park Ordinance 2018-01. And that reads, Chapter 1, Section 4, talks about conservation area means an individually designated unit in the Anoka County Park System established by the Anoka County Board of Commissioners for the purposes of natural resources management and public harvesting of fish and game consistent with the laws of the state of Minnesota and the provisions of this ordinance. That goes on further to state in Chapter 3, Section 6, possession and use of firearms, dangerous weapons, fireworks, hunting is amended to add subsection D as follows. Hunters are restricted to shotguns, muzzle loaders, and legal handguns at the Cedar Creek Conservation Area and Columbus Lake Conservation Area. Rifles and firearms for big game, 22 caliber and above, are prohibited in the 2 conservation areas identified herein. Just wanted to provide that update with the council. There's a public hearing on that in August. The county board.
I already told them what I thought about this. The state actually loosens up the restrictions, and now the county wants to strengthen the restrictions. I said just leave it alone, but I guess they didn't hear what I had to say.
So no rifles, but you can still shoot shotguns, muzzle loaders, and pistols. And rifles include 22s.
So I want to provide that update. Early voting started at City Hall on Friday, July 24th, and runs through Monday, August 10th, which is the day before the primary election on August 11th. So we are open until 5 p.m. on August 10th. We have election judges in here running the early voting every day now through August 10th for those that want to come in and vote early.
And tomorrow at 5 o'clock is the deadline to register if you want to run for Oak Grove City Council, correct?
Correct. Yep, filing period ends tomorrow.
Anything else?
The fall newsletter, we typically run candidate profiles for the mayor and council positions and some of the more local races. So we'll be sending information out to the candidates after the filing period ends to provide us that information. And we'll probably push the fall newsletter up a little bit earlier to get that in the hands of voters before early voting starts in September.
Will we try to do a meet the candidates again?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about that much.
No.
But yeah,
I think we should. I think it's very, and so far, to date, we've got 2 new people that we don't know a lot about, so.
Didn't Lions typically run that? That's,
Lions ran it for a while, and then
The planning commission.
our planning commission took over.
that's right.
Then,
He did a good job of it, but now he's gone.
Yeah, it'd be good.
So we got to figure out if we're going to do it, who's going to.
Moderate. Mm-hmm.
Start thinking.
Already been thinking, but
Alan?
not gonna share here
Oh.
at this time.
Oh, okay.
You know?
that's fine. I can put together some potential dates and times and send it out to the
Sure.
council.
Perfect.
Lauren, did you by chance, just a follow-up from a few meetings back, look at that street sign that was spelled incorrectly?
The one that was spelled
How many
incorrectly.
are there?
Well, John, I was gonna ask you about that.
They said they can't find one with 2 R's in it.
Yeah, which one?
They can't find it.
It's on the north end of Silver Rod, that way. I'll go take a picture of it, send it.
At Silver Run,
Just a sign.
I'll drop a pin. I'll drop a pin for you guys that,
at Silver Run at 191st?
no.
I did pass your request along. Maybe you could provide us with a little bit more information. We can
I will do
we can
that.
resolve it for you.
I will.
Put a bounty on it. They'll find it.
They're all correct. So, they,
Who'd you send?
my best guy.
He's not your best guy anymore.
On our side of 27?
All right, what's next, Lauren?
22.
I don't have any other
probably
updates for you
looking on our
tonight.
side.
So,
Yeah.
mayor and council requests. First one is the City Hall construction building update. Building committee met last week. We reviewed some colors for the building, insides, council chambers, offices, fire station. Reviewed a few more of those today with the architect. They are going to start pouring outside the site, exterior site, asphalt and bituminous and concrete next week, starting next week. So that will really change the look of the site when you start to see those improvements being made.
We're still on target for the completed on time?
Yeah, November 20th is still the date. They haven't moved off of that. They're a little bit ahead on the City Hall side. They know it's important to get us in there in order to have some council meetings by the end of the year. So that is what we are working towards. The contractor knows that's important.
anything from the two building committee people?
I've got a,
Colors are all picked by
Purple and green.
a
and-
subcommittee.
Yeah, we have a,
There's a color palette subcommittee apparently.
yes.
We didn't pick the colors, just FYI. But it's raw.
they did pretty good.
There's one other issue we're working through is the flagpole or flagpoles. We are trying to locate some that will automatically lower to half staff. And doesn't appear to be a lot of those out on the market. There are a couple, and they're currently having some issues with those, so I don't think we finalized that yet, but that is something that we are working through to try to figure out the flagpoles for the new building.
seems like something that would be breaking down a lot, you know, but I guess we can figure that out.
Well, I guess evidently these folks, they get calls on Sunday to go lower the flag and stuff like that, so it is
They
a
get
thing.
called it multiple times.
Yes.
They're not
Yes.
done.
So-
And
Flags are down a lot these days, a lot, and it does take staff time, someone to go run around and put those down.
All right, anything else with the building? Did you have some, Mike?
I just wanted to ask Lauren about the housing size numbers or what they're looking for from planning, and I want to keep on that because we've been talking about it since last year.
Yep, so there was a public hearing held at the Planning Commission on July 16th. The Planning Commission did review it. You know, nobody knows the origin of why 1,040 was picked. It just appears to be a random number. They were not comfortable just picking another random number, so they did ask for some more direction from the council to them in terms of what size are you looking for to reduce that to.
Do you know offhand what the size? I think there's only 3 classifications, aren't there? A 2-story, a rambler, and
I think it's like 1,040 for main floor area. If it's a 2-story, I think it goes down to 875. I think those are the only 2 that we have in there.
okay, I thought there was a 3rd, but I know a lot of builders have the same numbers and stuff, and I think that's where it came from when we codified the ordinances years ago. I think a lot of cities, if you check a lot of cities, you're gonna find the exact same numbers. It was something that was kind of like the tree thing, where you're supposed to have a 2-inch tree in your yard now. Well, we never voted on that I remember. I think it just got put in there as they tried to make us all think and look and act alike, you know? It's like,
We did change it because it was 1,040 across the board, but I think in like 2018 or 2019, we did reduce a 2-story down to 875 because that was the same as a.
Yeah, you spearheaded that one.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
that one, because I remember I bring the blueprints in, I said, this is ridiculous. You got a $400,000 house that can't be built in Oak Grove, and then we had a $275,000 one which fit the criteria. It was like, didn't make sense.
The one thing you might want to consider is you just approved tonight increasing the accessory dwelling unit to a maximum of 850 square feet.
Right.
I would recommend keeping the minimum square footage of a house to be above that.
Right. I'd like to have Lauren, just a quick note on next meeting, on what the sizes are, what it says now, and then maybe have a little discussion about it. See if everybody comes back with if they want any number, if they want to allow tiny homes, if they want to do
So
whatever.
you want to review the ordinance? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
well, that's what we've been trying to do for quite a while and stuff, yeah.
It's 1,040 for main floor and it's 875 on a 2-story. There is a separate one for plan unit developments at 1170. City has very few plan unit developments, and I don't think we've done one in over 10 years.
Okay, how about split level homes?
There's no separation for us, or no, split level is not.
So I could build any size split level home I want?
Probably still have to meet the minimum.
You have to meet
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out, is what the minimum is. Because if it's not a 2-story and it's not a rambler,
It's a split.
Then it's.
there's a lot of
then-
splits out there, you know?
And they're even smaller per floor.
Yeah, usually those are more move-in type of homes for.
Mm-hmm.
That's where, but- yeah, so I think maybe we should look at that and get moving on it. I thought it was gonna come through with the ADU thing, but apparently they didn't get that part of it done, so.
No, and we
No,
could,
it did. They held a public hearing on it.
Right, I know they
were
held that.
uncomfortable making a recommendation because they didn't have any direction from the council.
Yeah.
They were asking the council for some direction. I'm fine with bringing this information back to you, but if you want to move it forward quickly, we don't have another meeting again until the end of August, so that means the planning commission wouldn't look at this then until probably September. It wouldn't come back to the council until the end of September if you wanna delay it for me to bring more information back to the council. I'm happy to do whatever the council wants to do.
Does anybody have any feelings or thoughts about the sizes or anything, or?
Not until I have seen it.
I've just said keep it as is, but I'm fine with talking about it. I might get convinced by having more information.
Yeah, exactly. And the time frame he mentioned makes sense. That
Oh, yeah, I don't think this, that's gotta be done. I just wanna keep it moving.
Yeah.
So we get it done.
And a great segue into that is we should use the ordinance review document to fill out, because then they will
Yeah,
have
we
that
should.
information.
That's exactly right.
It might get
That was
confusing.
Councilmember Trina's idea. So just so you know, it is moving along. It is currently at the planning commission, was tabled, so they will address it at their next regular meeting.
Okay.
But the reason they did table is they did want more direction from the council on it.
And unfortunately, what happens, and Angie knows this when you're there, you're more passionate, as everyone can hear tonight. This is something you're more passionate about. So you know more of what you're kind of looking for and feeling. And so I'm there, and I don't always represent each one of you perfectly. And
I don't have a personal agenda for it. I'm not planning on building a new house and moving off the lake or anything. But somebody in the city asked me about it, and you brought up the tiny homes and stuff. Should we allow that or not? I don't think we ever had the discussion, should we or shouldn't we and stuff. If,
And I only meant it not for this conversation, is for the forum, because then as we're talking about it, we can fill that in. Lauren can, I can, whoever can.
form makes sense.
Yeah, and then we bring it, because then it's very clear, and they go, well, why are we reviewing this? Well, it tells you why we're looking at it.
I
And
think that's a good idea.
so that's
Yep.
the reasoning for that. So I wasn't second guessing
Right.
why you want to look at it.
Yeah, so it's not a person thing. It was brought up to me, so I'm bringing it up. And I'll bring it up until we decide one way or the other what we're gonna do.
Good, bad, or otherwise.
Well, maybe we should make a decision.
Well, no, and I think I love that we do it, because like I said, it might not get looked at till next year, but I'm gonna write down that ordinance, bring up examples of many that are not, and then when you see that, that means we need to do something. We need to change something, because we're not conforming to something we have an ordinance. Get rid of it or change it. So that's why we decided to do this. So
Well, that's all I had on that. So.
I have one thing.
Do you have anything, Paul?
I do.
nope.
You wanna talk about your form?
Well, I kind of did already. I kind of patted myself on the back enough already. So
Are we advertising for park board commissioner?
On the website, yes, and then at the same time, we have a planning commission opening, that was in the last newsletter. And I think we have one candidate so far for that,
For
planning.
okay, great. All right. So those of you who are out there that are looking to be involved, we have 2 open positions.
Yep. Make application, either the form is right on the front page of the website, the advisory commission application, or you can stop in at City Hall and fill that out. It's just a one-page form.
That's all I have.
At our last meeting, we talked about phones, city-owned phones for us. And there was a lot of discussion that we didn't want Lauren to do my work, and then we asked him to do my work. So I'm wondering, Lauren, did you find anything more out about it? Because I would like to move forward with this. Seemed like we had a consensus.
I've not done any additional work beyond what I brought last time was a quote from our current provider, what it would cost if we were to add all the council members. It would obviously be a little bit less if all of them didn't go on it. But I haven't looked any further to see if there's an app or some other thing you can put on your phone instead of having a separate phone. I don't know the answer to that.
can I say? It was good anyways, right?
No control here.
We don't want to let you have an imaginary thought. I personally, I don't know what everyone else thinks. I think, I personally don't want one yet, but I might change my mind. I just think we should make it available. If you decide you want it, you can do it. Because, I mean, I would assume we don't have to go with 5. We can get one and.
Oh, yeah, we
pay-
can just add one line
Right.
at a time. I just gave you the cost if it was for all the council.
Yeah, so I think making it available for those who want to take advantage of it, I know, just hearing from our mayor with where he works and what can happen if something happens that you get, request it, and they can take your personal device if you've got city business on it. So I get it. I understand why, and Angie's the one who brought it up, but it doesn't matter who. I think we should provide it if if requested. That would be my motion on that, so, or my,
Yeah, and I
2
basically
cents.
said the same thing last time. I mean, we don't wanna spend money we don't have to spend, but we're talking $40 a month. And maybe I haven't been like preaching it, but I've been talking about this for 8 years up here. I don't wanna get into all the logistics right now about it, but I think if one wants one, they should be able to have one. And I don't know if you wanna just make a vote on it. and-
I'll make a motion that if someone on the council requests having a cell phone to use for city business instead of their personal, that we allow it and make provisions for it.
Oh, second.
Do we have like a resolution number or something, or?
I would add the next available resolution number, which is 2026-128.
So moved.
So Paul did it, and then
Oh, then was it
Ray
Angie?
jumped, yeah.
Okay. Any further discussion?
I would just add to that, I think it would make data requests easier to fulfill. You know, we've got a very extensive data requests that we are still fulfilling, and it is much more challenging when everybody has their own personal devices. So, you know, this data request to fulfill is costing thousands of dollars.
Right. And that's part of the other part of it that I think I mentioned at the last meeting when I had asked you. This potentially could also save the city money.
Yes.
By not having.
I believe so.
to do all that. Okay. All right, was there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes 3-2. And I guess I would just say, Lauren, right, if there's somebody who wants that, they should
Contact me.
you. And if 3 months from now somebody wants to, or 3 months they don't want to, then they can just turn it back into you.
Yep, I treat it the same way we do with the council issued laptops.
Yeah.
So there's just a form I'll have you guys fill out.
Right. Okay.
I had something else also.
Yep.
Our local elected officials dinner is Wednesday night. I don't know if anyone else plans on going, but I have heard a lot from our community about flat cams and drones, and Sheriff Wise is going to be making a presentation there. So it's a hot topic. And so I just wanted to let you guys know if you plan on going or not, but he will have a presentation there. So I plan on going.
Good to know.
If you do want to attend, just let me know and I can get you guys registered still.
I did let Jill know that I was going, but if you guys want
What's the date
to-
again? Is that Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, this Wednesday.
It's a good meet. I have a
Yeah.
conflict this Wednesday, but I went to the last one, and it's usually pretty good.
I'm out of town, so I won't be going. Orlando. Work.
Bummer.
All right.
Other than that, thank you.
All right. The only thing that I have is I would like to have it added to our next agenda, at least as a discussion item, to see how that would affect the city and what the support is about the charitable gambling, the 10%. Clearly, we know that does cover a little bit of fire equipment, explorers, heart safe, and maybe there's some other things that I'm thinking of or can't think of right now, but I still think if we went from years ago giving all the money back to people who didn't even ask for it, to then requesting, which I think was a better way, to then giving some, not giving some, I just honestly think it's a tax cash grab. And so I think we should just eliminate it and let them keep their money and not take money from whole tabs to fund fire equipment. But I just would like to have it added. Maybe the support's not there. Maybe somebody will say something that I wasn't thinking about. But I think we could at least have it on the agenda to talk about, because I think we should know that for budgetary purposes too, if that was to happen.
We are scheduled, our next meeting, we do have a work session scheduled. Do you want to discuss it on the work session or on the regular meeting agenda?
I almost feel like the regular meeting.
We will talk about the budget in the work session.
In the grand scheme of things, it's a little teeny piece of the budget, so I don't think that's really gonna change a whole lot, so.
So you want to eliminate it all, like we don't take it anymore from the gambling?
Just it's not like it's some casino coming in, it's like, kids' sports groups and all that, just let them keep their money. But At some point, they could just decide we're not doing it, and we don't get the money anyways, but it probably wouldn't happen, but you never know.
I think it's about 26,000 a year-ish.
Right. So, whether or not we go that way, I think it's at least worth having on the agenda to have a conversation about it, so. Unless anybody has anything else, our next regular scheduled meeting will be Monday, August 31st. We are not having one in 2 weeks due to the election. At 6 p.m., and now you're saying we're having a work session at,
Budget work session number 2, we would have before that. Do you want to do it at 5 or 5:30?
Probably longer.
I don't know. I think half hour worked pretty good
I think
tonight.
so too.
Half hour?
We can always
Yeah.
extend the meeting if we have to.
Yeah.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
All right, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it. We were just having so much
Motion
fun.
by Councilmember Bray Johnson, a second by
Paul, Tradewell.
Councilmember Tradewell. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
All right, well, John's gonna stick around
can
all
stay
night.
here,
So
John.
if you guys wanna